another cardio, and I just did like a 25-minute one of these a little bit ago on my Facebook. Went out and walked, but then the sun came up a bit. Took a little break, got my last meal cooking for the day, and I'm going to go ahead and do last one of these. I'm going to knock this out here on the tubes. I'll see how long I'm going to run it. I'd like to hit 3 hours total for the day. We'll see what I get. Again, at this point, a leg day, I've never done more than 2 hours on a leg day, and I've already passed that. So we're going to see how it goes, see if we can just run with it, right? See if we can run with it. Or did I do 3 hours the other day? I don't know. How many hours was that? I'm at 2 hours, about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Billy, hit that like button for me though, bro. So yeah, I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Like I said, we whooshed today. We dropped 2 pounds finally again overnight. So had a couple of big whooshes here. Just keep getting leaner. That's going to be the plan. Lose fat, lose fat, lose fat. So again, pretty much a viable strategy. There's nothing experimental, nothing crazy here. Like I'm just going to go ahead and lean down, rip down, and we're just doing probably the single most tried and true method for getting ripped anyone's ever come up with. And it's pretty much a chicken, brown rice, broccoli type diet, which those are staples. I mean a little bit of other stuff, and lots of list cardio while still training hard. You know, lots of list cardio hours. That's right. Hit that like. Tell them, Billy. Hey, Billy, you just keep posting though, man. Billy, you do realize your posts like that, of different posts that aren't just spams, actually do just as much as the likes. It's that people come in and just spam. So that works too, though, man. So keep it rolling. Again, though, having engagements like this in the first minute like you did actually helps a lot. So you're helping a brother out. It's all good. All right. But yeah, keep everything coming along. Keep those likes coming. Keep those comments coming. So we're just going to, again, continue to do this. I'm going to stream this stuff. I'm going to do more and more of them, a little bit more on Facebook, because the YouTube, it's not doing as well as it like. I had a couple days where it really did. Last couple days, it's been a little bit slower than it has been, but that's okay. It's because we're getting a lot of these done. But the subscribers still coming out. What's your max number of clients? I'd probably cap it at 30. So I keep saying, when I say the 3 slots, people are misunderstanding. I keep having critics who are like, what do you had the same 3 slots? No, it's different 3 slots. 3 slots means I would like to take on 3 clients. Doesn't mean that's exactly the same 3 slots or that my number is identical. My number fluctuates. But it's like, I'm slow enough I could take 3 clients and it wouldn't be hard to rotate them. Man, when I'm really busy, I can only work one new client in a week. If my client account's really high, because I'm already really busy with client work. But it means that I have enough slots I can handle 3. That's literally all it means. People they don't understand business though, and they don't understand my workflow, and that's okay. They don't need to know what my workflow looks like. Or them clients are jacked and shredded AF. Some of them, no, Billy, the ones I show off are. Not all my clients want to be showed off. I have clients with good results I don't show because they like their privacy. Some are real cool about their social media and everything being posted. They don't care. Plenty of them are like that. Some of them want complete privacy, but not all of them are jacked and shredded and strong. A lot of them are, a lot of them aren't. I mean, I have clients who don't even want that. I literally have clients too who are middle-aged dudes who they just want to be in shape, and they want to not be hurt and not hurt when they wake up. We're not trying to get them to, 200 pounds ripped. That's not their goal. So you always take that into account with your clients. So, I mean, obviously not all of them are like that, Billy. Realistically, I've got clients who, one of my clients who comes in the chats regularly, he's a CFO of a company. He's in his 40s. He's like, I just want to feel good, be decently strong, and be more muscular than my coworkers. Like if I go play golf somewhere, I want to have bigger triceps and my shirt and a better swing than the other guys in their 40s. That's it. And he's like, and I just don't want to hurt. He's not caring about being super jacked. He's like, I'm happy to just be, 175 at a healthy body fat. And so for him, that's fine. When a client signs up, can you give them an estimate of how long it would take to reach their goals? OJC, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Right? Hey, Steve, what's going on? We got Steve in here. Steve's a former client. He could tell you guys plenty about the process if felt like it in here. I mean, he's been a client. Get them likes up, guys. There you go. Hit those likes, guys. Hey, Steve, hit the likes. OJC, hit that likes. I know you, Billy's the first one to hit the like. He was the first one commenting. You other guys in here, them likes didn't hit one. Come on now. That's right. It's my sleeping time chat. At least 7 hours. Sleeping is a must. We'll get on it. Navim, I guess you can listen while I talk. I always hit it. So there we go. So Steve gave us a second like. That means OJC hasn't and Navim hasn't. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. But I'm going to see how long I feel like running this one. The fatigue is catching up to me because I did almost 2 hours already fasted. Then I did a 26-minute one on Facebook after a little bit ago. I went out and took a quick walk. I thought I would use just a Facebook only one. How many hours you spend with clients a week? Alan, there's no set number. There is no set number. Is it possible to incline bench 3 plates natty? Possible. It's unlikely, but it's in theory possible in some cases. Right? See what I mean? The lack of likes, now the views dropped way down. All right, guys, but let's keep it flowing. All right? Even the individual client, Alan, varies. Some clients want 5 minutes of my time a week. Some get 30 minutes of my time a week. Right? I have clients who send me 5 messages and 2 video clips a week, and I give them a new sheet based on a little bit of feedback I get, and then I have to ask them. I have to literally pry information out of some of them. Others, man, it's almost daily communication. Depends on what they need and want. Is it possible to incline bench? You already covered that. These streams are making Coach rich, guys. I know they're not making me rich. They're not paying as much per view as some of my regular stuff. Guys, be warned, this guy's beard isn't real. Hey, Don, that's a very slanderous statement. Look at that. That beard is real, dude. Come on now. All right, that's a straight hater. Look at that beard. All natural, all real, right? My chest isn't flat. What are you talking about? Look at my chest from the side, dude. My chest is thick as hell. Oh, you're so silly. All right, can you reach 315 incline natty? Can I reach? Probably not. Unlikely. Fake beard. Don't be misled. It's a wig. He's right. I got a wig on my face. Don, you caught me. You caught me. Daddy's beard and chest hair is real, guys. That's right. A dude over here accusing me of having a weave in my face. Right? He's like, that's tape ends, extensions. He's got like 3 hairs on there and the rest of it's all extensions stuck to it. Come on, man. Why are you hating like that? That beard is as real as your mama. That didn't even make sense. But you know what? I'm going to run with it. It doesn't have to make sense. We don't have to make sense all the time, guys, especially when we're doing cardio. I don't have a filter anyways. The stuff that just comes out of my mouth gets me in trouble sometimes. Right? Oh, man, kind of like Don's mama. All right, how often is recommended to check T levels a year if taking it? Whatever your doctor recommends. Don, again, guy's talking about my beard is fake. Don't listen to this guy, man. My beard is real. Give Daddy some. Tell him, Billy. Tell him to hit that like button. Get those likes up. That's what we need. That's what we have to have. Let me get this pedal a little bit higher. I'm pretty tired at this point. I'm not going to lie, man. Calories are low. I swooshed today. Had a good leg workout. It felt good. But I'm well past 2 hours. I like it 2.5 hours of cardio today. After a whoosh and a leg day. We feeling it, you know? Feeling that fatigue adding up. I'm going to have to sleep good tonight. Why would you try tricking us with a fake beard? You know what, man? Why are you going to call me out like that, Don? Don, I told you that in private, man. You know, I told your mom in private that my beard was fake and now you're spreading it around. That's not cool, man. Not cool at all. Do your brother that way. Oh, well. So it's out. I've been outed. My beard is fake. Fake beard. Fake chest hair. Right? It's all just glued on. must have got jealous of Revival's Fitness's chest hair and glued a bunch of fake chest hair on. All right. We got any training topics, any diet topics? Do you think you might dial cardio back to reduce fatigue? No, Steve. I need to get lean, so I need to just keep running with it as long as I can. Super chat goes, you guys, come on. Yeah, nobody's been dropping super chats. Dean was saying they're not working for him. I don't know why. I have it set for all the monetization to come through. Like, these streams are honestly paying about half what they should. Jason, sorry for the question. You're very strong. Can you beat two bullies? No. Ryan, I'm not interested in fighting anybody's. Can we like more than once? No, it won't work. If you try to like again, it'll just take your like back. Doesn't work. Man, these views are low today. Do you put fitness content? No. I haven't put any content on OnlyFans in a while. I haven't put up anything. Unless people have private requests for foot pictures and stuff. It's pretty much what I've been doing. Foot pictures. People want a video of me flexing my pecs like that. That's why I don't do it for free on here, man. You guys don't get that for free. Like if we unlike again, is that helpful? No, not at all, Billy. It's not helpful. No. More comments are helpful, though. Right, engagement. So once you've liked, the best thing you can do is just comments, unless you have a way to give supers. But, you know, just comments, man. Surgeon Gray said he worked his abs every day. Maybe, not necessarily. Depends on the person. It's the most important hypertrophic part of the pull-up, but not extending your arms. Hey, Pick, you do know that's as far as, that is my full lockout, right? I've demonstrated that. Oh, there that went. Hey, Dean, that one worked. Appreciate the super. Hey, Pick, I've literally shown you guys proof on camera that's my full lockout. You remember when I've hung like 110 pounds in plates from a belt and just hung for 30 seconds? That's my full lockout. Like, there's nothing else. I can't go any further. We need females in here, guys. Lacey was in here in the last one. She's confirmed female. Have you had any elbow? No. So it's just, that's my lockout, dude. That's just where my joints go. You know how some guys, they hyperextend all the way past 90 degrees, right? You've seen those? I'm just on the opposite end. That's just as far as it locks. It doesn't hurt. It's not like the joint doesn't lock. Pick. It's not like I'm there and there's something straining. No, I can feel, like, you know when you feel the joint lock? I feel the joint lock. That's just my joints. There's nothing, I can't change it. But a cut only eating fruit, vegetables, and steak and 3 eggs a day, drinking orange. Hey, Jacob, that wouldn't be my first. Why would you pick those specific choices? Sure, in theory, if you created a calorie deficit, it's feasible. Why are you trying to do orange juice on a cut? No, I don't have any kids that we know of. Not that I know of, man. I mean, Jacob, you've got vitamins. There's some fiber in it. There's protein. I don't know why you're picking those choices. I mean, in theory, you could. Orange juice wouldn't be mine. I would be really hungry doing that. We are coaches' kids. That's right, guys. My followers are my kids. My clients are my kids. Right? That's my kids, man. He's out, Daddy. But at least we know the supers work. Dean Super went through that time. So that happened. Thanks for the super chat, Dean. Always appreciate it. Uh-oh, we're losing likes. How many hours of cardio do you do each day? Chase, you see it varies. We started at 2. I've been trying to hit a minimum of 3, though, for almost a week. I did 4 hours, 15 minutes one of the days. I've hit 3 on others. So I'm trying to shoot now. I started at baseline 2. I'm shooting for 3 now. Some days I'll try to get more. So we just worked it up. We've just worked it up, you know. So brought the calories down a little, bringing the cardio up a little. Just start burning through all that body fat. Not using any fat burners. There's no growth hormone, no plan. We just run with it. So we're going to get leaner. The idea, get some abs. Right? What someone said earlier, they called it white boy summer. I'm not sure really what that means, by the way. White boy summer, that's what they said. How many messages do you get a week, Coach? What do you mean? Massages? I don't get any massages that you need to know about. What do you think happens after death? Man, subject to debate. I mean, I'm a Christian, but I'm also a man of weak faith, Liberty. So I'll be the first to say that I don't know what the nature of the afterlife is going to be. I try to have faith while still admitting I'm a man of weak faith, but also admitting a lot of stuff in the Bible could be hyperbole, it could be parable. So I don't think any of us truly know what the afterlife or heaven or hell or our consciousness, we don't really know for sure. You know, till we get there, we're not going to find out, I guess. You know, that's how I view it. You know, so even if we do take the Bible as truth, and again, I try to, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect even in my faith. So, you know, at the end of the day, we're not going to know, because even a lot of that, much of the Bible is even, you know, the sent to men in a different age to the best of their understanding. Is it really always going to be, hey, this is a full understanding of what it's going to be like? No, it's not. We'll know when we get there. You know, God exists. Daddy will be a coach in heaven. I don't know about that. I would like to think believers should go to heaven because that's the best case scenario. I don't think there's proof. And that's the point, Chase. We don't know for sure of anything or proof of any of what's going to happen. And so I would say even for a religious person or a Christian, it's going to be a case of just trying to have some faith. You know, if you're interested in a good Bible teacher, check out Brother Swagger. How does GH help body fat considering appetite? GH doesn't necessarily increase appetite. You might be thinking of some other drugs, some GHRPs and stuff. So you're thinking of some growth hormones, secretagogues. Growth hormone itself doesn't. No, it literally increases lipogenesis and nutrient partitioning. Now, growth hormone is pretty documented in its fat burning benefits, right? I mean, it's not a game changer. You're not going to lose 20 extra pounds from it. MK677 is not growth hormone. MK677 is a growth hormone secretagogue. It has its own side effects and effects that it has in the body before the growth hormone increase. But Liberty also, I'm not running a religious stream, too much of that. That's actually bad for my outreach too. Just like I don't run a political channel, I have political beliefs. I don't run a religious channel here either. Other than I leave it as very simple that I am a believer in Jesus Christ. Not necessarily a very good one, but I am a believer. You know. All right. And so that's pretty much how I sum it up. You know, that belief isn't always guaranteed to be true. So if you were to ask me what I believe, that's right, I'm a pastor of your gains. Do I believe that Jesus died for my sins? Yes. And I don't have a problem saying that to other people. But I don't push my beliefs on others. And I don't want to make my stream about religion. This is a fitness channel. But yeah, I mean, that is what I believe. You know. So. And I've had people who get mad at me just for saying that. I've actually had some people say, I can't follow you because you're a Christian. It's like, okay, well, I mean, that's your choice. I'm not pushing my beliefs. I'm here to get your deadlift strong. So you don't want the gains in the programs. Hey, that's your choice, brother. But I don't push my beliefs on others. Do you have honey? No, I don't put honey in my Greek yogurt. I'm not really adding any sort of sugars like that, added sugars. Coach, how much does the incline treadmill walks at slow pace? I don't know. Do you really think that any of the thing we're doing, we can accurately track our calories? Do you think Jesus could bench 315? Dude, I think Jesus could bench literally as much weight as he wanted to ultimately. Keep in mind, he has those sort of superpowers, man. You know? I'm just saying. Jesus had to be a pretty strong dude to carry the weight of my sins. So he could definitely bench more than 315. You know, because I've done some messed up stuff. So just saying, dude. All right, next. In his blood. Oh, man, we don't need to bring in age. Jesus could bench the earth. Probably. Maybe. I mean, that's a hypothetical. I don't know. This is technically fitness related, so I'll run with it. So that's a good question. Could Jesus bench press? I bet he could deadlift the earth. I don't know, benching's a little bit harder. He could deadlift it. If he's got a platform to put his feet on, that's the tricky part. You know, you can have something that weighs more than it to leverage against. Just saying. So, how much do our sins weigh? I guess it depends on the person, doesn't it? Right? Again, we're getting into some hypotheticals here. I mean, they can be pretty heavy. So, all right. We might as well run with it, man. It's the only topic we've had. I miss the outrageous French accent impression. Yeah, we don't need to do all that anymore. He did carry the cross. I mean, that thing was probably pretty dang heavy. I mean, all things considered, you know, he probably wasn't a weak guy. No, I mean, seriously, let's set aside the religious aspects and the hypothetical. Let's just talk history, okay? Let's talk purely historical context, right? No one's going to argue about history. So he was probably a pretty strong dude. He was a carpenter in a time period. We're not talking little 2x4s. They work with really big timbers and lifted. He was probably a pretty strong dude, all things considered. Like, he was probably a pretty strong, pretty fit guy, because he did all sort of heavy manual labor, and then he walked everywhere. Jesus was probably in pretty good shape, guys, all things considered. Like, just historically, not even talking religion, not talking beliefs, let's just talk history, the historical figure, right? Yeah, I mean, all things considered, for the time period, I mean, obviously they weren't all lifting all day weights, and they didn't have steroids and everything. He was probably pretty jacked, all things considered, right? Manual labor job where they lifted a lot of heavy timbers because of the type of carpentry, and then he walked everywhere. He was probably pretty fit, dude. I'm just saying, guys. He was probably pretty fit. I'm going to go to limb and say Jesus probably had pretty good physique, all things considered. And I don't think that's unreasonable given the historical context, right? I think that's fair to say. Anybody care to disagree with that chain of logic? Liberty, what do you think? Talking about the historical figure, right? So that's not even a religious topic. That's literally a fitness topic. So the literal historical man, based on what we know, I think he would have been reasonably fit, jacked guy. I think most people in biblical times were much stronger and more fit, probably. So they didn't have junk food. They had physically demanding jobs, you know. Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb and say Jesus probably had a decent amount of muscle, probably had abs. I'm going to venture to say he was probably pretty fit guy, you know. So, you know. He could turn water into wine. He could turn water into whey. He probably could turn it into whey protein. Valid point. Fish, wine, and Ezekiel bread. Yeah. I wonder how the average person 2,000 years are compared to a gym rat today. I mean, we do have more protein today. We do have steroids. The average gym rat's on drugs. Keep that in mind. But probably leanness, I bet you Jesus was pretty ripped. Again, physically demanding job, worked everywhere, didn't have access to junk food. I'm guarantee you he had good abs, right? He was probably ripped, you know. I would be willing to bet significant sums of money on that. I think that's a safe bet. So, you know. And people have to remember that. He is a documented person in history. It's not like he's not a real person that you can't verify. Right? The Romans actually documented his existence. Likes up, guys, for Daddy Blaha. I appreciate it, man. Is the average gym goer on Planet Fitness on drugs? Who knows, man? Planet Fitness, they're probably on Lipitor. Probably on diabetes and statins and blood pressure meds. I mean, they're eating pizza and playing around half the time. I mean, it's not a gym, dude. They tell you it's not a gym. You know, I'm not hating. I'm just telling you. I'm just calling it like it is. You know, I see those laughs coming through them laughing. Oh, jeez. Just call it. They're definitely on drugs. Do you control your blood pressure? No, I don't need to. Not necessary. My blood pressure stays reasonable. Pretty reasonable. Slow boat begins. Who's slow boat? Okay, for you young, yep, keep on it. 1 pound a month for the next 2 years. All right. Yep. A good workout at Planet Fitness. I mean, yeah, it's definitely better than not doing anything. I'm not going to say it's not. You know. Hold on, my homie's sending me some stuff. It's going to be one of those slow streams today. Oh well. Do I make sure to get my strength matching the weight gains? No, just train, dude. Don't panic, don't worry and overthink things like that. Okay, do you think Jesus was conventionally attractive? Could Jesus have had big glutes? The women, I don't think about. I don't see any reference. Chase, I have no way to know, man. I don't think we can really. We don't have any documentation of that at all. So we don't know, man. We don't know. I mean, he drew pretty big crowds. So all things considered, he was a popular person. He drew big crowds. So, you know, we don't need to get into the glutes or anything. But, so here's the thing. He drew a pretty big crowd. So he was probably charismatic to some extent, which means he was probably at least reasonably attractive to gather a big enough crowd to watch him speak. So he was probably, I think, most likely, right? Because what was for lunch today? Chicken, broccoli, brown rice, spinach, salsa. I took pictures. They'll be up on social media. No, they didn't have barbells back then. They didn't have calibrated, loadable barbells. That was a modern, really the greatest fitness invention. Like strength training and muscle building invention ever is the loadable barbell. And that's a modern invention. It was a game changer. No, they didn't have that, man. So how would he run starting strength? And then calibrated plates, weight plates they knew the weights of, and micro loading. They didn't have any of that. No, he lifted big timbers as a carpenter. Thoughts on Kevin Levroni's ability to grow into a show in 12 weeks. Genetics, drugs. It's all genetics and drugs, really. And let's not downplay the drugs. Let's come on. What are your gym? I don't know what my gym pet peeves are. I really don't know. I don't even hang out in gyms anymore. So I don't know what the kids do these days besides have broccoli hair or something. I don't know. That's what people complain about. They have broccoli hair. That's all I hear anyone complain about. What's your broccoli hair? It's hogging up the bench. That'll be 170 pounds 2 years. I don't know if you would look good, man, but just keep working at it. Keep in mind, my perspective, because of being surrounded by serious lifters for years and years and years, is going to be different from yours. Probably not the best person to ask. Are you going to be impressive in 2 years? No. Nobody is. So, but keep in mind, you're asking a strength coach of 25 years who's used to seeing abnormal physiques and strengths. Do any of your clients, I've had a couple clients with broccoli hair, yeah. Yeah, I've had a couple. You know, is what it is, right? Get those likes up though, guys. We're still only at 7 likes. We did get a super though, so there's that. There's that. Keep in mind, though, think Kevin Levrone and the drugs. What is one of the genetic traits? What is one of the genetic traits for pro bodybuilding? Tolerance to the side effects of drugs. Just one reason I said Sam Sulek will not be a Mr. Olympia. When people ask me, he already has severe noticeable side effects this early on from the drugs. That's a problem. We see the edema. We see the chest wall inflammation. You see it in his breathing, even when he's not training, not doing cardio. He's seeing way too much of that at his size. He doesn't have the genetics. He doesn't have the tolerance for the drugs. So keep that in mind when you mention guys like LeBron and Ronnie Coleman. Keep in mind other Olympia competitors have said LeBron's laziness is why he could never win the Olympia. What? Can we see the bike, Coach? I've already shown you guys the bike all the time. I don't need to do it right now. We're good. I remember the Scooby said that bodybuilding is just a competition to see who can take the most drugs without dying. It pretty much has become that. That's what pro and bodybuilding is now. I think Scooby's right. I agree. And I think that was an accurate statement. So, mentioning the stuff with LeBron, in spite of all the genetics, there were guys from his era who said he would have been Mr. Olympia if he wasn't so lazy. What's up, Coach? Great team. Blaha leg day to finish up the week. There we go, man. There we go. So, yeah, dudes literally said his laziness is why. Taking 3 months off every year before the Olympia from training. That's laziness. It's why he kept placing second. That is what the other guys said. And I think that's fair. Right? That's what his own competitors and people who even beat him said. It's like he could have been Mr. Olympia, but he was lazy. Imagine that that's your full-time job to win and you just take 3 months off from your job every year and then get upset that you place second. Everyone send at least $1. There you go, Billy. Tell them, man. Send them supers. Flex Wheeler was the ultimate lazy bodybuilder. He literally trained in his clothes that he was going out to the club. Yep. Yeah, that was said about Flex too. I mean, Flex Wheeler admitted he did his first steroid cycle as a teenager 2 weeks after joining the gym. Coach can buy. I'm not going to buy. I'm eating. It's going to be chicken, brown rice, and broccoli again for my last meal. It's in the Instapot now. Like we're straight up bro cutting. All this cardio, doing chicken, broccoli, and chicken, brown rice, and broccoli and vegetable diet. That's how we're going to cut. It's boring and effective. That's half of people's problem. They want certain results, but they don't want to do boring. They get bored with training. They get bored of dieting. That's the problem. If people weren't bored with it, the results would come way easier. I don't think most bodybuilders enjoy about time to get shredded. It must be a nightmare. Here's the thing, Chase. Do you tell yourself? So here's the thing when people say that I'm doing that, but I'm like, I don't mind it. And if you tell yourself, the worst thing you can do is to complain about it or to say it's a nightmare because you're literally programming your brain to make it harder. No, Chase, it's easy. See how that works? Not really, dude. I can eat chicken, brown rice, and broccoli every meal for 6 weeks straight. Just fine. See how that works? You program your brain. Like the training, I don't miss workouts. It's not hard. My workouts aren't hard. You know what? Sometimes I come in and do an AMRAP at 550 on the deadlift. It's just a set. It's not hard. It's easy. There's part of the key. People say that all the time. They're like, you're so consistent with the lifting. What's the secret? There's your secret. You convince yourself that it's normal and it's easy and it's not a big deal and you just do it. Tell yourself that 1,000 times. Keep going, Coach. Don't give up. I'm almost at 3 hours. I only need 3 hours. Like, it's a leg day. I'm like 5 minutes from 3 hours for the day, roughly, ballpark. So I'm going to keep going a little bit, though. But you're right. They need to drop some super chats. Billy, you didn't drop a super chat. Get used to boring. That's live. Hey, Paul. Paul's a client, actually. How you doing, Paul? Exactly. You get used to boring. People get that and they don't understand, like, really? Boring isn't part of your life? You're excited every day at your work? Paul Carter literally posted something today that most people don't realize how boring effective training is. Upper day, push day, pull cable, laterals, biceps, triceps, super weak. Can be that simple. Yep. Hey Jason, I was wondering, will I build more muscle from training like a bodybuilder or powerlifter? Both maximize muscle. Powerlifters who are smart maximize hypertrophy too. So you maximize hypertrophy. All powerlifters do. Who are serious about the long game, what are you talking about? Get in and quit thinking of the training style and think about maximizing hypertrophy. What do you mean? There is no set bodybuilder or set powerlifter routine. Hit that like button for daddy. You're right. Tell them, hit that like button. Chase, I see what you're saying. Some people think it's weird to eat multiple pieces of fruit at a time, but it isn't that much. It seems like it's the diet used to be and don't junk. Exactly. Well, life's a good life. Agreed. Drop a super chat for daddy, guys. Don't be cheap. All right? Hit that like button for daddy. Go. Yep, just strong and gain weights. Exactly. Oh no, the same workouts every week. Oh no, you had the same meals, lunch every day. Oh no, you had sex with the same wife every night. Come on, guys. They act like this is torture. You're way cooler than my life coach, Wes Watson. Dude, you didn't really hire Wes Watson. You were just trolling. Come on. All right. Adrian Waves. What's up, Adrian? Adrian. Sorry. I pulled Rocky on you. Hit that like button up, though. There you go. Hit those likes. I see that laugh emoji rolling through. That's good. I see those coming up. Somebody's hitting something because that always pops up in my corner. Either hearts or laughs or whatever. Making people laugh. Coach being funny. I just got Alex's stuff. I need to get his vlog done. Literally, if you're relatively leanish and gaining weight slowly and progressive overload, you will be jack eventually. You will see results in the mirror. Yeah, over time. Over time. Yeah. Yeah, I was paid $13.58 for 1 month of Westwood. You did not pay that. Shut up, dude. Billy, you balling like that, you could have dropped me a giant super chat already. I think eating way too much is a killer of gains. I've explained why too, young. Unless you plan on staying fat, then it doesn't hurt you. It's if you plan on dieting down, it hurts you. Because you're going to lose gains when you cut. So bulking too fast hurts your gains over the next year. And I've explained why. What do you think of isometric holds? For weak spot training, they produce less muscle growth than normal lifting, right? But are you talking maybe for certain weak point training in a movement pattern? Yeah. For sport specific training, yeah. Yep. If you ate too much of her, you wouldn't get any bigger. All right. No, I mean, you should care about the weight on the bar, obviously. You need progressive overload. But if you're getting it through cheating or leverages, it's not necessarily stimulating growth. So, don't get too reductionist, young. Don't get too reductionist in these statements. Just run the programming and do what I told you to do. You'll be fine. There are people who always find a way to complain about achieving their fitness goals. It's laughable how some skinny guys complain about having to eat more to build muscle. First world problems, right? That is, you talk about a first world problem. I mean, talk about a problem of privilege. Oh, I struggle to eat enough to gain muscle. Wow. Imagine from a world view what level of privilege and spoiledness you have to be coming from to even utter a statement like that. You know? Man. That's almost worthy of a status on Facebook. I think I'm going to put that up. All right. Oh, put that one up. Yeah, you got blonde. Yes, I do have blonde eyebrows, yeah. And we know you only, I'm blonde actually. You guys didn't know that? Coach is actually blonde when I had hair. All right. I don't eat fish. All right, guys. we've done 3 hours for the day, haven't we? We've done 3 hours. So you know what that means. I'm gonna wind it down. I hope it's been informative. I love all you guys and gals, and I'll talk to you next time. I'll take it 3 hours of cardio on a leg day. We're good.